you want on the outside once it's rolled. And you want to cover probably a third of the nori sheet closest to you with the actual sauce or the nut cheese or whatever you might be using. So here we have the nut cheese, savoury nut, sorry, not nut cheese, it's the hummus. This is the hummus that I made before. Oh, you're not videoing that, are you? Shh, of course I am.
Much better than the Japanese mayonnaise.
Much better than the Japanese mayonnaise, absolutely it is. So there's the hummus, it's actually being popped in there. You could use whatever you like, but I just think it's nice to have that kind of creamy texture in there with those other flavours. So Charlie, if you want to just do a little sprinkle over the top with each of these. So we've got shallots, we've got some cucumber, and you don't, that's perfect. Perfect. You don't have to be too liberal with the fillings, because what you'll find is that it all adds up. And if your roll's too big, you won't be able to roll it and it won't close, which would be a real shame. Perfect. As long as you keep it on top of the hummus, I'm happy. Now we've got some sprouts here. Now Charlie, what you're going to do is take these long ones. So we've got some gorgeous little shop bought sprouts here. What we're going to do is actually just pop them, stick them part way out the side of the nori sheet. So if this is my nori sheet, my sprouts are going to stick out the side just because it looks pretty. And we've also got some of those gorgeous sunflower sprouts that we had last week. These ones are fresh in today. So if you want to pop those across the actual nori sheet as well, that'd be beautiful. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we've got some gorgeous sprouts in there. And we'll take some, we've got some enoki mushrooms, which are the tiny little thin mushrooms, the little caps on the top. They're beautiful, they're nutritious, and they look gorgeous here as well in the nori. So I would again pop them out the side like you did with the sprouts. Absolutely, that's perfect. And so you're going to have a cute little roll with sprouts and mushrooms sticking out the side. I'll pop that there. If you'd like to place, we've got avocado. So you're trying to get relatively thin strips of everything into the nori, because if it's too chunky, again, it's not going to roll very well. Capsicum and tomato. This is just what we had in the kitchen there. You could add whatever you like. What else would you put in? Oh, red cabbage.
And I'd put some lettuce greens.
Some lettuce. We're not actually using lettuce tonight, but that bulks it all up, which is fantastic. We've got the tomato and the beautiful spiral carrot.
Of course.
Which will make the nori roll, no doubt.
Too much?
So you can be quite liberal with the carrot, that's fine. It kind of squashes down when you actually roll it. Beautiful. Okay, we might need a little bit more on that side. I'm just going to grab some water. Here. Now the little secret here that's so important is to have a bit of water, some clean water on hand, because when you actually roll this, and I might actually just do a little demo here, move these containers. We want to just pat it down really gently, just so that everything's kind of sitting in place. Then really gently lift up this end here, closest towards you. That didn't make sense, closest to you. And we're just going to roll it very gently over, just tucking the filling back in. If it tends to pop out the side there, that's no big deal. Rolling it over. And then on the end, just dunk your fingers in some water and just moisten that top edge with the water. And what that will do is actually make the nori stick. So easy.
Are you squeezing it quite hard together?
I am just making sure that it's not too loose, because it will fall apart if you're not careful. If you would like to, you're welcome to pop up and just have a look. It's not a work of art, I must say. That's due to my rolling for some reason. Not due to your placement or the carrot. But there you have a nori roll. It doesn't have to look state-of-the-art to taste good. Now I'm just going to chop it in half, just so you can see it's plopping out, but there you go. So you've got all of your beautiful ingredients there in your nori roll. I wouldn't chop it into smaller pieces than this. I just eat it as it is. The nori will be quite chewy, and that is raw nori more than the roasted nori that you buy. But the longer you leave it, the softer the nori will be. That's another thing. Similar to kale. So the nori we're going to bring out for you to taste.